Hello, this is Dr. Renee Dyer, and in this video we're going to be using the Texas Instrument BA2 Plus to solve for future value, but we're going to look at compounding our time and our interest rate and how we make those changes. So our problem is, what will a deposit of $3,500 left in the bank be worth under the following conditions? The first is left for 4 years at 8% compounded semi-annually. And the answer is already there, but let's talk about this. So when we compound, we have to adjust our N, which is the time or the number of periods that the interest rate is compounded, and we also have to adjust our IY, or the interest rate for compounding. So semi-annually is twice a year. So if we're going to earn interest twice a year for 4 years, that's 4 times 2, which is 8. And if we're going to take an annual interest rate and get that twice a year, we would divide the 8% by 2, and our IY would be 4. So remember, with time value of money, the first thing we always do is clear time value of money. So second, and the FV, which is clear time value of money, and then let's put in our number. So we're going to deposit $3,500. Does that come out of our pocket? Yes, it does. We have to take it out to put it into the bank, so we make that a negative, and we press PV. Then our 4 years compounded at twice a year or semi-annually is 8, and that's N. And then our 8% interest compounded semi-annually is 8 divided by 2, so that's 4 IY, and we compute for future value. As you can see, our answer in 4 years at 8%, we would have $4,789.99. So let's look at the next one. So we're going to clear out of this, clear time value of money, still having the same deposit, $3,500. Make it a negative because we're taking it out of our pocket to put into the bank, and that's present value. This time we're going to leave it for 8 years at 10% interest compounded quarterly. So quarterly is 4 times a year. So one thing about the calculator is you can do the calculations for the compounding and then take the answer and plug it into the time value of money key. So let's try that. So we're going to have 8 times 4 equals 32, and then N. And then we can do 10 divided by 4 equals, and that's our IY. So 32 compounding periods. We take our 10% annual rate, divide it by 4 to get a quarterly rate, and then we compute for future value. So $7,713.15 would be our answer. And then the last one, we're going to clear out and then make sure we clear time value of money. The deposit's the same, $3,500. Again, it's a negative. So that's PV. This time it's going to be left for 9 years at 12% compounded monthly. So we take our 9 times 12, and that's our N. 12 divided by 12, of course, is just 1, and that's our IY, and we compute for future value. So $10,251.24. So when you're working time value of money problems and you're working with present value or future value, you have to adjust the N and the IY for the number of periods of compounding.